Hi there. So glad to see you on this Saturday, 2 o'clock afternoon, and it's just such a good time to be here with you all. So let me ask you a few questions. Are you one of those people who wants to learn how to work with the law of attraction in a beneficial way so you can solve challenges, so you can find a deep happiness that you desire? Now, my hunch is that you already know you create your own reality, and now you want to learn how to create your life your way. Well, you have come to the right place because this program is being created each week to inspire, uplift, and solve a situation in your own life's journey. And today I'm going to talk about how you can learn how to harness the law of attraction every single day, just like it's a holiday. You know, we're heading into the holiday seasons, and everybody really feels good when it's a holiday. And, you know, I'm also going to talk about a community of like-minded people that can help you with your new life. We have 2015 approaching. What a great year it's going to be. I just can feel it in my bones. And today we have a story that talks about like-minded people and how they work things out. And Mary-lynne Monroe, the master storyteller, is here to tell us this story. And between Mary-lynne's story, the law of attraction, and our panel guests, you are going to get some great wisdom and leading edge tips for 2015. So I want to welcome you to hang out with Sandra Longmore. I'm here the first 3 Saturdays at 2 o'clock p.m., or that's 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and I'm Sandra. I'm an energy master, practicing my craft of mastering energy, which means I'm flowing with the highest vibrations of the universe. I call it vibrazione, vibration. So vibration is what it's all about. If you keep your vibe up, you're good. Really, really good, and good things happen. So I also am created a community that I would love for you to join. This community particularly is for artists and artisans and crafters, and it's a mastermind community. I would love to have you join that community, get information even though you're not an artist. I'm sure you are in some way, and you will get great inspiration. I also have a community called The Art of Ageless Living. See if I get that up there good. There. Those are both on Google+. So all you have to do is hop over to Google+, and if you're not sure how to get on Google+, you can go to my internet site, sandralongmore.com, and I have a section there that says how to be on the panel, and it'll tell you how to get on Google+. Now, the purpose of this show is to bring you great thoughts, beautiful ideas, and solutions how to live a full, satisfying life. Live your life as a work of art, and where you can stand back and say, I did that, and I loved it, and it was fun, fun, fun. Or sometimes you might say, oh no, I did that. But you got to take responsibility because that's how law of attraction works. So for the first 3 Saturdays a month, and by the way, I do take the last Saturday off, I practice self-care. So my show is the first 3 Saturdays. And I am going to bring you guests and experts that show you how you can live your life as art. And this show is a kind of mastermind. It's kind of like this. We're kind of a mastermind where we help each other and inspire each other, because that's the way the high vibrazione works, the vibration. Because there's only one job of the vibration that you're putting out there, and that is to match energy. And it's doing it all the time, whether you like it or not. Everything you see and do is there because of your vibrazione. Now, if you're not used to thinking in those terms, I'm going to get you up to speed. In my practice of learning about energy and how to get energy to work for me and to be able to train others in law of attraction, I've learned how the universal laws that govern energy, like law of attraction, work. You know, law of attraction brings you whatever you have energy or focus on. And so whatever you're putting your energy and focus on and desire, that's what's coming forward for you. So you might feel at a time that when you think of something or you speak a word and people respond, or it's serendipity or coincidence that happens, that things are happening and you wonder what that's all about. Well, it's all about law of attraction. You see, a law of attraction isn't a person or a thing or a superior being. It's a vibration, an energy you can't touch. And it's only by the results that you get to figure out what it is. And those results could be positive or negative. And there you go with the positive or negative one. The trick is to learn how to practice it so you can use it. You know, like you learn how to ride a bicycle or ride a horse, and you had to harness that energy. Well, that's what it's all about. You know, recently I was reading a book on tape about the secrets of the law of attraction, and there was a lot of good information in there that would really help a person. And then the artist took a limited turn, just a limiting turn. Now, many of you who have not practiced law of attraction a lot may not understand this, so that's why I'm bringing it up. The author wrote that if you do certain things, you're going to get law of attraction's attention. And the author gave certain formulas of how you could get the attention of the law of attraction. You could give things like you could tithe and give a certain amount of money, and you would get law of attraction. Now, although this is good information for your life, there's one flawed premise here about law of attraction. And in order to harness the energy of law of attraction, you need to understand. And honestly, a mastermind of like-minded people like me who's practicing law of attraction 24/7 will really help you. Also, my panel members are practicing, every single one of them, 24/7. And they can help you with how to harness that law of attraction. Because law of attraction is an energy. It's not, like I said, Santa Claus. So do you think about gravity? Now, it's an energy like gravity. So do you say to gravity, look, gravity, I did all these things now, and I know I'm attracting you, and now you work for me better because gravity doesn't work that way. It just is. And that's the same for the law of attraction. It's very similar. It's similar for every single thing on this planet, on this time-based reality. All the plants and animals and everything are magnetic, and like attracts like. Or whatever your emotional perspective is in the moment, that will appear in your reality. Now, this is a really tricky sometimes and keeps you on your toes, which is really fun when you look at it with the big picture. So now back to the book on tape. The author left this critical part out. If your vibe is one of free-flowing, freedom, energy, happiness, and when you give money or your time, the resulting feeling, the emotional feeling, will be high. And then you will be using law of attraction to your best advantage. But you don't attract it. That darn thing is there all the time. Yep, it's all the time, flowing and blowing in your background, just like gravity. And similarly, if your vibe when you gave money is not good, if you're thinking, I gotta give this money right now, that's an entirely different vibe than free-flowing and happily giving it. So you see, then you get law of attraction, whether negative or positive, because it's flowing all the time. So you can't attract law of attraction. It's just there, just as you can't attract gravity. And it lifts my vibe every time I say that word, vibrazione. I love that word, vibrazione, vibration. It's all about your vibration. Now, when you were a little tiny person, or you maybe know a little tiny person, you fell down maybe a lot of times, and you got up knowing that every time you fell down when you were a little tiny person, was that something wonderful was waiting for you. You could get up on two legs pretty soon, and you could find support around you that people that cared and helped you do what you needed to do to overcome and harness gravity. Well, the same idea is when you are an adult, say, and you want to experience gravity in a different way, like taking up parachuting, and you go out of that airplane and you have wonder and expectation and adventure, and you know that you're supported because you have a parachute. You might feel a little adrenaline rush too. So this is the same way that if you have a vibe, a vibrazione, that has those same vibrational feelings, you will attract a lot of good things in your life. So if you have a vibrazione of wonder at the view of the world, or freedom, or great adventure and expectation, and that also the feeling that you're supported, like with a parachute if you're diving, or with your parents if you're trying to walk, well, that's like how to harness the energy. And then your whole life you can practice and receive better and better things all the time. And so that's kind of a little bit, quite a bit actually, to swallow about law of attraction. And every week I'm going to talk more and more about it because it's so important to me. But first I want to introduce my panel here. So we have right up right away is Tony. You want to tell us who you are? A little bit about you.
Tony is muted.
No, you're not. She has to unmute herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, and I thoroughly enjoy the community of law of attraction and practicing it. It brings me good things. Fellowship is really what I need. So, yes, I am here to try to participate. I enjoy this very much. It uplifts me, resets me for the week.
Awesome, Tony. I'm not sure if I didn't get the little green buttons.
Well, my computer says it's talking about parental controls.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, there's a little technical difficulty. That's Tony, and Tony's an artist, and she's here in the studio, the art studio, with Mary-lynne and me, and she said she's inspired by all these talks, and I love having her on my panel. So next we're here from Jackie.
Thank you, Sandra. My name is Jackie McLean. I'm from Vancouver in beautiful Canada. And I'm a hypnotherapist, a clinical hypnotherapist, and an addictions recovery specialist. And I help business owners and executives who are really stressed in their work situation, and due to unrealistic goals in some cases. And so I help them with substance abuse and other addictions. And I'm really excited to be on your panel, Sandra. So thank you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yes. And Jackie's going to have her own show pretty soon. Mm-hmm. So that's so exciting. Mm-hmm. So next is Mary-lynne.
Okay. I was still having problems getting up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad that that's coming through. So I'm Mary-lynne, and I'm a teacher and a storyteller and a writer. And I've been doing stories with Sandra on the show for several months now. So yeah, I'm feeling actually pretty good about doing this. I was running a little bit late, so I'm kind of going, oh no. But like Sandra's thing about the law of attraction, I also feel very excited and very happy about being here. So it's going to be an exciting and happy time. Thanks, Sandra.
So we have to unmute and mute, so that's why it's taking a little lag time there. So, I came across that it's like when I start doing these hangouts and it's time to put together the content, it's like everything kind of just falls in place, and it's so exciting to do it that way. So I think what we'll do is just go right into your story, Mary-lynne, because I want to get some information from the panel about what they feel about the story. So let's go.
Okay. Did you mute me? Because I thought I muted. Okay. Am I there? So we're at the winter solstice right now. And as I was thinking about a story, an image came to me of a cave that I had been in a few years back. So this is about that cave. So the great she-bear. She-bears are very powerful creatures. She found herself outside in the freezing wet and wilds of an island winter, and she lumbered toward the mountain that she knew lay somewhere off in the distance. There was a mist, and it was wet, and she had her head down, but she knew the direction she was going. Her head was so far down it was nearly dragging on the ground because of the wind and water um, and the cold, and she just kept pressing forward, going forward. And she could feel the presence of other bears, sort of walking in the same direction. She couldn't see any of them, none of them were that close to her, but she could feel their presence nearby. They were in front of her, they were beside her, they were behind her. She knew that they were all going in the same direction. All of them were making their way toward the cave. And she felt the wind whipping around from another direction. She could feel the change in it. Every sense told her that the mountain was really near her, although she still couldn't see it. The dark, cold, treacherous, grazing walk was nearly through. And then the rock was right before her. The wind changed, no longer coming directly at her. She could feel it off on the side instead. And she sniffed at the rock as she came closer to it, following this very familiar scent. Every year she had come to the same place, to the same cave. And entering the cave, in order to do that, she had to really get down on her belly. The entrance was an overhang and it was very, very low to ground. So she's down on her belly, pulling herself in with her claws and pushing with the claws of her back feet to get through the slit in the slab that was barely big enough for the fullness of her to fit in. Others were already inside the cave. She could smell them. She could hear them. She could feel them. And once on the other side of the opening, she stood to her full height, and she was stretching out her front legs toward the cave roof, stretching herself out. So many of us do when we decide that we're going to curl up and lay down and go to sleep. And in the tight niches that went on and on for miles, lived curled bodies of other bears. She found her way over to her. It took her a bear had a place that was, and she was among the other she-bears in the darker reaches of the cave. Her scent of it and her memory led her there. She knew just how far in she had to walk. And as she tucked herself into a comfortable circle, resting her head on a small ridge that was in the stone, she trusted in the rhythm of nature that winter would pass, and she would wake once again in the light and the newness of spring. And there she went to sleep. End of my story.
Thank you, Mary-lynne. So, in thinking about this story, Mary-lynne always sends me this story before our program here. So I was thinking about hibernation and how important it is to take that time. It's like in the law of attraction, it's called the allowing time. So in law of attraction, I used to have a desire, and then that's called the allow stage. So the allow stage means that you are allowing the other things to come in. So you have the glide. So the glide stage is other like-minded people, and so she is in the stage of allow. And so that's the second stage. So first one was ask, and the second one was allow, and then everything has to happen. She's got to find that cave. Just like you've got to find what is coming forward, and then it's manifested. Then you receive what it is. And then like the mother bear who stayed in the cave, and this is the fourth step, that's a new step with law of attraction. Abraham Hicks came out with this recently, is you have the glide. So the sleep, the deep sleep of the mother bear, or your own personal guide of keeping a momentum of high vibrating thoughts is going to bring more of those good feeling renewal things that will come to your way. Maybe in 2015 even. So that's kind of my take on the story. What about you guys? Tony, what's your take?
Um, I find it just being surrounded by like minds and finding the comfort in that is the symbolism that comes to me. Like when I come to art and I get the camaraderie of the other students and the teachers, and it's just a comfort. And that's the feeling that I get from the analogy of hibernation. So, thank you.
Yeah, we have Tony's in the same school here with me, and so we have the opportunity of getting that like-minded feeling, a hug whenever we need it. So Jackie, let's hear from you. What's your take on the story?
Well, I believe it's so important to keep that momentum going, right? We want something, we ask for it, and we allow, and then there's a tendency to go back to the same old, same old. So it's so important to keep ourselves at high vibrational state, which means you keep it going, keep the ball going. So that's what I got from the story. Thank you. Yeah.
We're kind of losing you, Jackie, for some reason. Um, we lost her.
I can hear you.
So you can hear me, okay.
Yeah.
So it's funny, you have these technical things that happen in Hangouts, and we just hang in there. So relating that to the story, that's the allow stage. That's where the components are starting to come together, and just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing, I find it kind of interesting, and I wanted to ask you a question, Jackie, that you work with clients a lot on your
Yes.
hypnotism and things. And so how does that relate to your client, and how you're getting them to get good results of overcoming their addictions?
Well, using the law of attraction and hypnosis, number one is when people are using drugs, they are in a deep state of, they're stressed, they're anxious, most of them are really, really angry. And by taking all of these things out of the equation, they feel more calm, more relaxed, and simultaneously their vibration is at a higher level. And because you said it's law, because it's law,
Yes.
they automatically attract beautiful things into their life. Beautiful relationships, beautiful jobs, and beautiful opportunities, right?
Wonderful. Yes. I bet you have so many clients that are just so happy that they found you.
Yeah, they're getting phenomenal
Okay,
results.
Mary-lynne, what's your take on the story?
Part of it is too is it's the law of attraction, and I like that glide part because I'm coming through now. Okay, good. I like that the glide part because I think that sometimes in our culture and in our society, we keep coming back to like repeating the I want, the continuing the search. If it doesn't happen immediately, we don't kind of glide and allow the thing to happen. Give it a little space, a little area, and and I like the way that that all fits together because there is a natural rhythm to things. That's part of the law.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes, definitely, yeah. That rhythm, yeah, keep going and keep the rhythm, and also to know that it changes, just like the weather. The weather changes from snow to sun to wind, and it's just always changing, and so is our lives. So that concludes our story for today and also our broadcast. And I'd like our guests, thank you so much for coming here on this Saturday and sharing your wisdom with my viewers. And I'd like you to now tell how people can get a hold of you, because I know they want to get a hold of you. So we'll go with Tony first, going right to left here. Tony?
Hi. You can get hold of me on my Gmail. It's Toneye, Toneye 72 at gmail.com.
And Mary-lynne?
Well, mine is on that lower third, unfoldingmyths.blogspot.com, and you can read my blog and get more of my stories there.
Wonderful. Jackie, how can people get a hold of you?
I can be reached at my website, thepowerwithin.ca. I'll say that again, the THEPOWERWITHIN.ca, thepowerwithin.ca. Thank you, Sandra.
You're welcome. Thank you. So people can get a hold of me. Everything is Sandra Longmore, and I keep it real simple that way. All my social media is Sandra Longmore, and my communities are a little different. However, the Google Plus community this one is for the artists, so it's artist, artisan, crafter, and what's the last one? Mentor group, and that's the community. So come on over there and join the community. I also have a new program that I'm starting. It's a mastermind. I just love masterminds and what they've done for me. I'm on one right now, actually, with Jackie. So I love having Jackie on the show because we're sharing a lot with our masterminding process too. And my mastermind is going to be focused on the artist, artisan, and crafter, the creative person, and it was going to start the end of January. And you can sign up on my site under Sandra Longmore. You'll find a tab there that says, talks all about it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And everything else is under my name, sandralongmore.com. Let's see, next week is Christmas weekend. After Christmas weekend, I won't be doing a show, but I will be back doing a show the first Saturday in January. And Kimberly Berman, PhD, is going to talk to us about brain health on that. So bye for now. Thanks for coming on the program and listening.
Thank you.